All right. Welcome back. Now you see the title of this stream. I want to talk about the newcomer that's getting a lot of talk, a lot of traction. And I want to start with a comment left by someone 6 days ago. They said, Pokemon voice said, Valentina hugging for dear life every couple seconds, as always. She does not have the warrior spirit to go toe-to-toe with the toughest warriors in her division. Hugging for dear life every couple seconds, as always. She does not have the warrior spirit to go toe-to-toe with the toughest warriors in her division. Is there any truth to that? That's my question. And I'm sharing this this comment, because it's the first comment made after Cong's UFC debut. See the one before that? Right? Well, actually, I filtered it from the most recent. You know how YouTube is sometimes. Is there any truth to that? It's one of the first, not the first. But it stood out to me, that statement, because I think there's some truth to that. When Shevchenko don't want to deal with the striking, she clinches. That's not Shevchenko bashing. That's what she does. Like, if your output is more than she's comfortable matching, she's not comfortable trying to match or outdo your output, she'll clinch you. A lot of fighters do it. Now, you get more credit if you go toe-to-toe and you're able to outstrike them, out-flurry them. Then you're just untouchable. But the problem is some fighters can tee off and make her uncomfortable. She don't want to open up for a long time. That's just what it is. She don't want to go all out on an offensive tirade. I hope she listens, because she seems mature enough to handle constructive criticism and not feel like she's being attacked. I'm pretty sure she knows this about her style as well. She'd probably be the first one to tell you. She's even said it. She criticized Wei Lee. She said, you don't just go all out and throw punches and go all out at your opponent. She said it herself. But a lot of people went back and they watched this fight and they're impressed and all that good stuff. But I want to deal with how the media is promoting her, because unfortunately, the media has a hand, and to some extent, how fighters are promoted. Their image, their debut image. And I feel like that happened here with a few of these questions. And I think it's around the middle mark. Let me see here.
Have
Wait a minute.
been talking about your kickboxing.
Perfect. The exact question I was looking for. Listen.
And, a lot of people have been talking about your kickboxing fight with Valentina. I'm just curious if you could talk about what it was like to fight her and how different she is now.
Now,
很多人都是在聊你跟那个
now we all know what she said in response to that question. She said, "Hey, Shevchenko got more experience in MMA, but I got better striking." Okay, that's what she said. I'm gonna skip past that, and I want to go to this next question.
But you don't know, I'm a Sanda world champion, boxing world champion, and kickboxing world champion. I think
Another thing, listen, I get it. I get why people are going on with the next big star videos. Some of you saw I shared a video uploaded 4 days ago. They titled it Valentina Shevchenko's kryptonite is in the UFC. Okay, so far this video has 13,000 views. A large portion of the Asian community, I believe, has found it, and, just UFC fans in general. So the hype, sort of has started. It's already started. And I get it. I get it. And, she got that Whaley vibe in the sense that she seemed kind of silly and funny and, humorous for whatever reason. And you can never explain it. It's just something, I don't know, it's something that's kind of funny about Chinese chicks. I have no idea. I cannot explain it. It's just the way they answer questions, like their expressions and stuff. And you just find yourself giggling at them. And she got that going, at least the ones who have some degree of personality or character. No swipe at any other fighters.
compare with me, Valentina Shevchenko to me is she has more experience, but I took some time to compete in boxing. I believe my striking is better than her.
I think a lot of people want to see the two of you fight. At what point do you think you'd be ready to do that in MMA?
Stop that right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Inappropriate question. Inappropriate question. Nobody thinking about that fight. Nobody was sent anyways. I'm even sure Shevchenko is like, she had to think to herself, like, no, I got other business to handle. I'm not thinking about no debuting fighter, no matter who it is. Don't matter if it's Wang, Cong. I got business ahead of me. This is Shevchenko's first trilogy of her career. First immediate rematch and then a trilogy? You talk about busy. That is as busy as you can get. So, no, realistically, nobody's thinking about that fight. No, nobody's like, hey, let's hurry up and make this fight. For what? Shevchenko don't have the belt. I mean, think about it. Do y'all really think Shevchenko is looking at this chick and thinking to herself, oh, my rival has entered the UFC? You think Shevchenko is looking at Wang Cong and thinking to herself, oh, will this girl defeat me and take my title again? She already lost the belt. Shevchenko ain't thinking about no fan credibility, getting a rematch with somebody she lost to in kickboxing, what was that, 8 years ago? Man, please. No, I don't think WMMA, at least in the UFC, needs that. They don't need no unrealistic push. Y'all want to just hurry up and push her to fight somebody, a former champion, somebody with major clout. I mean, the only fighter in the division with as much clout as Shevchenko is Grasso. Literally, no other girl in the division is as big, has big of a name, reputation, and clout as Shevchenko and Grasso. And they are in a trilogy feud. So that's unrealistic question. Unrealistic question but it looks like a lot of people have run with it for whatever reason. It looks like a lot of people view Grasso's victory and draw against Shevchenko as a fluke. I don't know why, but there are some who look at it like that. But I'm not going to speak for those. I'm going to ignore those people. Because flat out, I don't think it's appropriate. Wang Cong is an interesting newcomer. But as far as a potential fight with Shevchenko, I feel like she got a lot to do before that happens. Even if you want to fast track her, she needs to get at least 2 fights before she fights Shevchenko. And if she has 2 fights against 2 ranked fighters, I mean, listen, if she gets her wish, she asked for Casey O'Neill. She asked for number 15. I'd imagine that if she were to beat Casey O'Neill, she would fight at least 2 more fighters. Okay? I'm talking a realistic fast track. Casey O'Neill beat her, fight at least a top 10. The number 10. Like, let's say she knock her out. Another knockout, first round. Still, we're going to give you, let's say, a number 8. I mean, what if Shevchenko get the belt back? There'll be more fights than that. What I'm saying is, I don't think she'll get Casey O'Neill. She'll probably get a higher ranked fighter. Do you think it's like guaranteed she gonna beat him? She'll probably lose. This is a fighter, Wang Cong, who got 6 pro fights. We moving a little too fast, ain't we? Now, you might disagree. But you might want to watch this. I mean, this is the hype is all the way up. It's up to 10 in this video. Look at how it starts out.
This Chinese sensation got a 62-second knockout victory on her UFC debut. That is something to dream of. The UFC now potentially...
I mean, 10 seconds in and it's like, whoa, okay. I mean, they're going in. I don't even need to play the rest. I don't even need to, and I can't. But my point is, look at that. Look at that. You can imagine the type of promo this is. So this is thick promo. Now imagine if she loses her next fight by knockout herself, get knocked out. Right? Let's say she loses her next 2 fights. All that hype go right out the window for the most part. And all I'm saying is MMA is a difficult sport. Like Antonina said. I'll never forget, she made that very blunt and honest statement after she lost to Casey O'Neill. She immediately made an Instagram post and said, MMA is a difficult sport. It flat out is. Okay? A fighter especially who's looked good against strikers and hasn't fought a strong ground fighter yet. We've seen fighters like that look sensational. Marina Rodriguez, until they fought a strong ground fighter. And then, just like that, nobody was thinking about Marina as a potential title holder or contender. I mean, look at how long we've been following the sport. We've seen a lot of fighters look hot early in their career. What guarantees that this ain't another one? This could be another one. Who had, how many? We go down the line. Some of them was undefeated champions before they came into the UFC. Several of them. And several of them fell off. And they'll never be a title contender again. And we were talking about several of them possibly fighting for the strap. Now, nah. I'm just saying, times change fast. And it's difficult to be an elite female MMA fighter. Just is. Just is. I mean, it's easy in terms of, you know, how behind the skill set is, but it's just that most of them are, for the most part, on the same basic level. And like I said, the ones who got above average this or that, they usually climb up the ranks fast. Like Grasso, above average boxing. She's pretty durable too in other areas, but her hands get her a lot of success. Right? Yeah, that's just what it is. Now, she got submissions on her record. Wang Cong got some submissions, but again, look at her record. You want to, you know, be it all in with the hype, but with a record like that, is that smart? And if she lose her next fight, only then will we look at her record and be like, you know, what was we thinking? Then it would dawn on us that we dealing with MMA. We get slapped back into reality if she were to lose her next fight. And like I said, we be asking ourselves, what was I thinking? I knew better. We knew better. Look at that record. In MMA, what we've learned is that it don't matter how good of a striker you've been. MMA is different. Flat out. Simple as that. It's just different. Once you got to prove your takedown defense ability, your own takedown ability, your submission defense, your ability to get back to your feet, grappling skills, things change. Your striking is no longer, you look like a whole different fighter after a little while. Some of these girls in kickboxing, they're destroying their opponents. But in MMA, they're just nothing. Right? Now, there's been more of those types of fighters than I can remember. Tried to come into MMA, and it just didn't work. Your girl, Jarena Bars, she got beaten out of MMA. But in kickboxing, she's like invincible. Jarena Bars. Invincible. Beat up Chris Cyborg and everything in a striking contest. But in MMA, Jarena Bars needs help. She looks worthless in there in mixed martial arts. Okay, I don't know about nobody else, but I kind of respect MMA. I respect MMA. And I'm going to give the fighters a chance. It was Victoria Leonardo. Now, somebody mentioned that she wasn't able to stop Yanin Wu, but Yanin Wu is fairly hard to stop, man. From what I can remember, I don't really remember her as taking too many or being stopped. She's been stopped, I think, twice. Yana Kunitskaya in 2016 and Pudilova by elbows in 2022. So, you know, she has been stopped, but look at how many times she's lost but wasn't stopped. So take of that what you will, make of that what you will. But I want to see more respected names. I want to see more respect names because this just looked like one of those fighters who we could see turn red, and all of those red losses is some strong, respected grappler, jiu-jitsu, wrestler with, you know, sick takedown ability. And then we discover, oh, it's hard for her to get up off her back. Remember, Wei Li was in a title defense when we saw that it looked like she couldn't get off her back against Rose. Look at how far she had gotten. That was a title defense. And we, poof, discovered something new in that fight. She can't get off her back. What's wrong with her? Uh-oh, what is this? Then she had to go work on her ground game. And this Wei Li was talking about. Somebody who was looking dangerous on the ground before she fought Rose. So I'm just trying to be realistic and show, you know, these fighters. At flyweight right now, a big difference is there's more fighters with experience now. There's more fighters with experience now. It's just harder to just run through them now. Now think about it, like Lipsky. Ain't she a harder fighter to just run over now? You used to be able to, you know, beat her up pretty easy. But today, I'd take her over Antonina. And remember, she got kind of embarrassed by Antonina. But the more experience, you get better. And now I think it's just a more difficult division. It's a more difficult division now. Everybody you looking at it in that division is looking better than they looked when they made their debut. Even Jasmine. And that does not apply to Tracy Cortez, though. Not at all. She beat up Tracy. She need to call her out. Right? Yeah, but she about to fight. I'm just saying. Look at all the wars Rebus has gone through. Araujo, been around for a while now. Natalia Silva, come on, man. Wang Cong is going to have to fight. She get in there with Natalia Silva. You expect, even if it's a striking contest, you expect her to just walk over Natalia Silva? Okay, I don't. I wouldn't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen in that fight. Or any other fight. Silva about to fight Andrade. A fight she could very well lose. I'm going to take her in that fight, but she could get clobbered. Anybody could get clobbered by Andrade. So my point is, Wang Kong and everybody else, you get competition. This is the UFC flyweight division. This ain't that easy division that it was a while ago. You could just come in and there wasn't really no competition, run up and get your title shot. No, this is a harder, it's more difficult division now. And I just hope she's aware of that. And maybe she is. And I'm talking about Wang Cong. Maybe she is aware. And maybe she still don't care. She's the one that, now, she said that she didn't really look at the division. And she said that she called out Casey O'Neill only because she looked at the division and saw her that she was a ranked fighter. And I guess, wanting the humble approach to getting a ranked fighter, she picked number 15. Okay. But if she really don't care about these girls' skills and thinks she's just that much better than everybody, I'm still entertained. And I want to see if she's going to be able to prove it. I want to see these skills that got her full of so much confidence. Put it like that. And I'm going to be watching. And listen, if she beats up her next opponent, her light will shine that much brighter. That's just what it is. She going to look more and more invincible with each victory because of her mouth. She's talking the talk. So every time she backs it up, she's going to get that much more clout and hype, I guarantee you, especially if it's knockouts. Dramatic stoppage victories. Man, please. I wouldn't be surprised if sponsors start jumping all over, like, hey, we got something here. And they will have something here. She got the, a lot of people don't look at the promotional side of, fighters with their characters. Fighters will try to mold a character. But that's important if you're talking about a fighter, whether or not they'll be a star. It's what type of character do you offer to the people? For example, Conor had the perfect character. That accent was gold. And to talk smack on an Irish accent like that, it couldn't fail. It's all about a part of a character. And, all the face paint antics, the Joker type of alter ego, that matters. That matters as far as a fighter being a star or not. Because if she continues to be undefeated, that'll be a nickname with meaning. For example, the bullet, that don't have no meaning. Think of these other nicknames. They're just nicknames with no meaning. If your nickname is the Joker and you keep beating everybody, you're living up to your nickname. So, yeah, I see everything. I'm paying attention. And if she can dazzle me, then I feel like my money was well spent. So you love Miranda Maverick. Looks mean, nothing. When you're in there with her, she getting better. You say stop with the look stuff. What look stuff you talking about, Todd? What look stuff you talking about? You just said you love Miranda Maverick. You said myself being a model that fights, I love Miranda Maverick. What are you talking about? You simping over Miranda Maverick. I don't love none of these fighters. Boy, these people on the internet, something else. Yeah, it's Kong's form. I keep trying to. Her form is on par with Shevchenko's. You can see it in that fight that she had against her. The form, the balance. I've been telling people for years, it's her balance and her form. It's really as simple as that. Oh, maybe you're talking to Lolita. Lolita said Mackenzie is beautiful. Mackenzie Dern? Yeah, and that's something too with WMMA that you can't escape. Some of the female fans of WMMA appreciate some of the female fighters for their looks. And I guess that's just something you can't escape. Women like to, well, some women like to support other women who look attractive. And I just think that's something men will never understand. Yeah. Yeah. They're from Venus. Okay. Oh, he's talking to the Lolita. But you know what? These girls are WMMA. You know, it's unfortunate that part of it is like beauty. You know, beauty is relevant in WMMA. Women, I think what it is, women have realized they can't escape it. That their looks is always going to be a factor in their success. I think I made a video about this. I think it was on my old channel. I made a whole live stream about this. The girls themselves, it's hard to escape it. And if they don't play into it, it still affect them. It still sort of affect them. Maybe in a negative way. Take Whaley, for example. She don't really play into the, hey, I'm pretty, I'm cute type thing. You know, she like to look cute every now and then, but she don't really play into it like trying to be a part-time Instagram model. But if she did, there would be simps right there, you know, waiting to subscribe and follow and simp. It's just something that's always there that could get them extra revenue. And men, you know, we don't really have that option like that. And we don't really operate like that anyways. So, hey, yeah, it's too bad. And I wish it wasn't a factor because, like I said, some of these girls, they get caught up in the attention and they lose focus, like Tracy Cortez. Boy, oh boy, Tracy Cortez. Well, I say Tracy Cortez like fighters. You know, you lose focus and you worried about attention. And that's the thing. I don't think either one of these fighters are like that. Even though Wang Cong is like goofy, you know, and stuff like that, she seemed real serious about her career as a fighter. That's something that really irks me, man. Some of these girls they don't seem dedicated. Yeah? They picked up MMA to stay in shape. I don't know, they start hitting the bag one day. They figured out, hey, I'm pretty good. I'm okay. And some of them clearly need to find another profession. Some of them. And it's like some of them just do it as a lifestyle. They know they're not championship material and they're just not fully dedicated. Hey, but that's how it is. The same way with the men, though. Yeah. I can respect what Rose did. Focus, cutting her hair off. Because it is annoying. Like when you go to training every day and you got to tie up your hair. You get the roll in, it comes loose. You got to keep tying it up. Keep moving it out your face. That's real annoying. I had long hair before. It's annoying. When you're doing something every day and you working, cut it off. And you got to really be about your business to, be an attractive female and cut it off. And she ain't had it. She hasn't grown it back since. But yeah. But the girls at the top are pretty serious. Shevchenko, Manon seem like addicted to their career or committed to their career. Aaron, Macy Barber, even though Macy likes the attention, she likes the attention. Rose seemed pretty serious, even though, she seems pretty serious. She seemed more serious at 125 than she did at 115. She seemed more willing to be consistent. We'll see if she keep that up. I'm talking about Rose. We'll see if she keep that up. Because all her career, she's been inconsistent. I need a break. I need a break. I need a break. She take a year off here and was consistent with not being consistent. We'll see if she can, if she's shaking that off. Andrade, nobody questions her. Catelyn, what is she doing? She got married. I don't need. She ain't serious no more. Y'all heard Carla recently did an interview talking about why she decided to retire. And she said the same thing that I said. That you can't be a mother and be fully committed to your MMA career. You just can't do it. And she said, if I'm gonna do MMA, I want to be 100% committed to it. And I can't be as a mother. Plus, things happen to your body. Some of these women who have babies and continue to fight, they do it just for the money. But their body is so different, they know they can't be the same fighter they used to be. So it's hard. It also seems like in WMMA, their careers are generally short. It's real hard to be at the top and be dominant for a long time. Shevchenko's record, I think it's going to be hard for anybody to break, including herself. Now, Weili looked pretty dangerous. We'll see what she can do. But you notice they're all in their early 30s. Same with Wang Cong. She's 32. Told you, those are the prime years for WMMA fighters. Early 30s. And it looked like even if they stay committed, or even if they started their career at an early age, it seems like they still don't prime out until their early 30s. So we will see what happens. And I just wanted to talk about that. I don't think they're making no promotional errors with how they're pushing it. I just don't think she needs to be pushed as Shevchenko's nemesis. It does add to her aura that she defeated Shevchenko in a striking contest. That definitely adds to her clout. On top of the undefeated streak, the character, I guess. Because she do a lot. It's not just the Joker thing. She's always dancing. She's one of those dancers, like Shevchenko was a dancer. Stamp Fairtex, dancers. A lot of these girls that are dancers, they be dancing, they usually get a big following, a strong following. For the most part. The ones a little outgoing. A lot of these boring girls, they don't get a strong following. They're all bland, don't have no character. They just don't. Now we're going to see how this going to work out for her, because she just made social media. A few days ago, she only had like 4,000 followers on Instagram. We'll see how it all works out. As an experiment, I'd like to see her stay undefeated. Continue on doing what she's doing, stay undefeated, just to see if my theory will play out. What world is this? Okay, yeah, that's mine. All right, and I will land my plane. Wait a minute here. Not just yet. No, here's the thing. Some of these girls might be able to fight up into their early 40s. That's just what it is. Muscle atrophy don't really set in place, not even for women, until like their 50s. But you ain't about to be fighting up until you're 50. But I can see early 40s. We'll find out real quick from Shevchenko. That woman can't stop fighting for nothing. She has fully dedicated her life to mixed martial arts. That's why she don't have no kids. And she ain't gonna stop. Even if she don't have a belt, I can't see her just not fighting. And it's not just her. A lot of these girls are still fighting. even though they're getting up there in age. So we'll see how long the body can last, the female body, especially depending on how much wear and tear you got on you. Right? So, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've always tried to keep a simp-free environment over here because, you just don't mix. It's just a man thing. You don't mix simping and combat and violence. And I will land my plane there. I'll see you on the next live stream.